Another day, another round of layoffs in the gaming industry. You just love to see it. We do not get fun games anymore from the big AAA companies. That's why I love seeing people get fired from their jobs. If you would have done a good job, you would have made a good game and you wouldn't have to get fired. But because AAA gaming is garbage, it's boring, it's lame, and they don't understand what gamers want, now they're having massive layoffs. And they have been having layoffs since the beginning of the year. And apparently there has been over 1,600 jobs lost due to layoffs in gaming in 2025, and we have an article that's going to talk about it, plus more layoffs from another company. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. And this article is from gamesindustry.biz. The headline says, AppLovin cuts another 97 jobs, including CEO of subsidiary studio Machine Zone. I personally have not heard of this company before. It sounds like a mobile game company, and this is another 97 jobs, which means they have done this before. I don't know what people are expecting. In the mobile market, there's a whole bunch of slop. If you thought AAA slop was bad, the mobile market is just full of shovelware, and some of these games are exact copies of each other, rip-offs of each other, or just doing the exact same thing. If you're not coming up with a unique concept, or you're not doing what the Japanese are doing, which is basically just doing a whole bunch of beautiful, stunning anime women, then you're not going to make much money. It is not just the Japanese, it's the Chinese, and it's the Koreans as well. They know what the mobile audience wants. They want to spend a whole bunch of money on good looking women. But the West hates beauty. That's why we don't get anything attractive anymore. So I enjoy layoffs regardless if it comes from big companies or small mobile companies. But let's continue reading the article. AppLovin has laid off 97 people, including most of the staff employed at the subsidiary studio Machine Zone and the CEO, as spotted by Pocket Gamer. These most recent 97 layoffs, which were effective as of March 21st, according to Warn, worker adjustment and retaining notifications filing in California, come on top of a previous redundancy round earlier this year in which 89 people lost their jobs in January 2025. It's the 7th warn notification AppLovin has filed since June 2022, with 120 jobs impacted in November 2024 and 126 in October. Pocket Gamer reports that the CEO and design director at Machine Zone, the team behind mobile games like Game of War, Fire Age, and Mobile Strike, have all been impacted, with the CTO position cut into previous rounds of layoffs. One former employee intimated that the most of intimated? What the fuck is that word? Intimate? What the fuck? Intimate? That's a word? Whatever. Fuck. Just keep reading. One former employee intimated that most of Machine Zone was shut down. AppLovin has yet to comment publicly on the cuts, but is currently recruiting for new roles. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone, 1,600 developers have lost their jobs, with cuts and closures at Free Jam, Splash Damage, Piranha Games, Jar of Sparks, Ubisoft, Probable Monsters, Iron Galaxy, Sumo Group, Liquid Sword, NetEase Games, Toast Interactive, Night School Studio, Striking Distance, Until Dawn remake developers, Ballistic Moon, and most recently Eidos Montreal and Playside. And that is the article. You get the idea. 1,600 people have lost their fucking jobs. Why? Because they suck at making video games. Wow. Who would have thought the games that suck dick do not make money? The games with the most ugly, hideous women you have ever seen do not make money. The games with the most boring gameplay, virtually no gameplay, just like movie cinematic cutscenes, don't make money because it's boring. That's why so many people are losing their job, because they don't know what a good game is. They don't understand how to have fun and how to make gamers have fun with their games, because they are boring and untalented. They don't deserve the job in the first place. I do not care if they lose their job. If you were good at your job, you would have never been fired from your job. Learn how to make good games. These people are not passionate. They're not good at what they do. These people don't understand the gaming community, so they shouldn't work in the video games industry. That's why I don't even bother with big AAA games. I play independent games because they focus on fun, not movie cutscenes, cinematics, or boring walk and talk segments, or lame, bloated, buggy open worlds. Indie games focus on fun. They don't make the characters hideous. They don't do Unreal Engine realism. They have fun gameplay and great art styles. And it seems like not even a mobile market understands the gaming community, because whenever I hear about success in the mobile market, it's always Asian, it's Korean, it's Chinese, it's Japanese. It's never American. making. And what are the Asian developers doing? Putting the most sexy, beautiful anime women that are just juicy and caked out, big balloons on their chests. They're getting sweaty. It looks great. And they are making fucking billions with a B. The Asian sexy anime gacha games. You might think the games are boring. You might think the games don't have that much gameplay. You might think the gameplay is too simplistic. But at least they're making billions. Are Western developers making billions? No, because they suck at their job and they don't know what gamers want. And they don't like gamers. And they don't like men. That's why they want to get rid of beautiful women, because they hate what men love, and men love beautiful women. So if you hate men so much, I'm just not going to give you my money. I'd rather give my money to the Chinese and the Koreans and the Japanese. You don't hear about them having layoffs because they make good games and they make money because of that. But it seems like the West will not learn their lesson. That's why I love seeing layoffs. That's why everybody loves seeing layoffs. 1,600 developers are not enough. We need 16,000, 20,000. Like, at least half the industry needs to be laid off, because none of you fucking big companies are making anything fun. So you don't deserve your job. So oh well for the losers that got fired from this cheap looking app loving shitty company. I don't know, that all these games look the same. All these Western app games look the same. They had a game called Game of War Fire Age. It looks like generic Clash of Clans slop. Don't fucking care. Americans are trash not only at big AAA games but at mobile gaming as well. Fuck off with that garbage. I'm glad you got layoffs. I can't wait to see more. You got some before this, and I can't wait to see even more layoffs from the gaming industry. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. So all the developers losing their job, go fuck yourself.